Now turning to the effect this extreme weather can have on your home. We're talking bursting pipes and other cold weather related problems, which you know there are many this time of year when it gets this cold around here.
Definitely. We were talking about the warmer weather, the fact that it's now cooling down significantly. It seems kind of like we're at least talking about the calm before the storm. The good news is it can all be avoided. WPDE News Channel 15's Amanda Kinseth joins us now live at a home in Surfside Beach with tips from a professional with Carolina Cool. Good morning, Amanda.
Good morning. That's right. A ton of people have had broken pipes because of all this ridiculous cold weather. But, you know, there's some steps that you can take maybe before you leave for work that you might want to do this morning, tomorrow morning. What are some of those things?
Well, absolutely know where your faucets are, which fixtures are mounted on the exterior wall. This is a perfect example. We've got a lot of cold weather coming in. Leave your faucet at a slow drip, and you really want hot and cold weather or water.
Okay, so kind of in the middle there?
Right.
So you just leave it like that?
This is fine.
And make sure your drain is open.
Please do. Also, you want to keep your cabinet doors open. You want to let hot air circulate to keep these pipes and your stops warm at all times. So it's easy to keep, you know, for in a cold like this, to try to keep that air circulating under there and keep the water flowing.
Okay, so just leave these open. And one of the biggest, a couple of big things, you mentioned outdoor units and showers and whatnot, and we'll kind of show you later on what to do with that. And the biggest thing is know where your water turnoffs are. Right,
and we'll get into the water meter outside to find out where those shutoffs are.
Yeah, and usually there's one in my garage, and then there's one outside by the street, which I didn't know. So it's a good thing that you're here just in case something bad happens. But really easy to do right before you're walking out the door. Open up those cabinets and leave the water just a trickle, guys.
Every little bit helps.
Good advice.
Definitely. Amanda Kinseth reporting for us live in Surfside Beach.
Well, the extreme winter weather can also take a toll on your home. Certainly not something you want. Local maintenance professionals say they get flooded with calls about freezing pipes, but you can take some steps to avoid that altogether.
WPDE News Channel 15's Amanda Kinseth is live at a home in Surfside Beach with tips from a professional. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, and you said the last time we had that cold snap, a lot of the pipes breaking were outside because, you know, a lot of people have these nice outdoor showers that are good for when you come in off the beach to watch the standoff, but this one isn't so good right here.
No, this is a perfect example of what we were faced with this past weekend. And I think really the key to these frozen pipes is to know your home. In a case like this, you should have 2 shutoff valves underneath your home where you can shut off the valves, isolate this, and drain it for the winter. And then you can use it back up and again in the summer. Insulate your pipes. These are just deteriorated, falling
These are
apart.
Not so good insulated, okay.
No, they really need to be redone. And then your hose bib. This is another good example. We see a lot of people where they'll leave their garden hose connected, leave it full of water. That freezes, this freezes. So disconnect your garden hose. You can buy a cheap cover like this from just about any hardware store. It takes just a minute to put on, and you're good to go, and you really save yourself for the winter.
Wow.
These you can buy at just about any hardware store.
And just something like that and can really save you a lot of money, really. So, you know, some easy stuff that you can do to prepare for this cold weather, guys.
Definitely some good advice. Thank you, Amanda. The extreme winter weather can also take a toll on your home. Local maintenance professionals say they get flooded with calls about pipes freezing, but there are some steps you can take to avoid those problems altogether.
WPDE News Channel 15's Amanda Kinseth is live at a home in Surfside Beach with tips from a pro. Good morning.
That's right. One of the biggest things is you need to know where your water turnoffs are.
Correct. Right?
And that's because, you know, if your pipes freeze, then they start to unfreeze. Whoa, that's when everything breaks loose.
Right. And I can't enforce enough. Know your home. This is a typical water line shutoff. There's a shutoff valve in here. In this case, the valve's rotted, rusted. It's hard to turn on and off. You can get a meter key from a local hardware store, and as a last result, you can shut the water off at your meter to prevent any water damage that may occur. So know your home.
This is important for people to know because while they're waiting for you guys to come, you know, they need to turn off the water. Otherwise, they have to wait for you guys to get there to do it.
Absolutely. We had 2 guys in the fields all day Saturday just shutting water off until the plumbers could get there.
Yeah, you guys had like 100 calls, and that was the thing that warmed up. So that's after the fact. That's the problem. A couple things that we talked about too is before you leave for work this morning, open up those cabinet doors in your kitchen and your bathrooms. That can really do a lot of help.
And let your water run.
Yeah, run a little trickle and cover up those outdoor showers or whatever you might have too, guys.
Amanda Kinseth reporting live there in Surfside Beach. We appreciate that.